Hello and welcome to this installment of Wake Up, Grow Up, Show Up. I'm Lisa Engles, a board member of the Center for Integral Wisdom, and in this series I'm joining Dr. Marc Gafni, co-founder of the Center for Integral Wisdom, to bring you short teachings from the Dharma that you can begin practicing in your life right now. Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Wake Up, Grow Up, Show Up. I'm Lisa Engles, and I'm here with Marc Gafni. And today, Marc is going to really unpack something that's so foundational to the work that we're doing here in the world and the center, and that is the work of the unique self. So, Marc is really just going to take the work of the unique self right now, give it to us in a little bite-sized piece and unwrap it for us. So I'm really excited for him to share this with you. So Marc, here we go.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And really, Lisa, you're so right. The core of the work of the Center for Integral Wisdom, is to participate directly in evolving the source code of culture. And to evolve the source code of culture means something very specific, meaning it's not just a nice idea, it's not just a good insight, it's not just a great experience or awake sense of being, right? It's a source code change, right? And a source code change is more than an experience. Again, it's more than an insight. It's more than something clever or provocative or informational or even wise. It's something that speaks to the very structure of reality. And by evolving our understanding of that source code structure, it's not the desktop, it's the source code. It's the source code because when you change something in the source code, everything changes. You change something on the desktop, pretty much everything remains the same. You've made a cosmetic change. But when you change the source code of a program, right, everything changes with it, right, Lisa? So what we're talking about, a source code change. Right, the center's mission, the center's vision, right, the center's passion, right, the center's commitment, right, is to evolve the source code of culture and thereby participate, right, the great privilege to participate in the evolution of consciousness. And the evolution of consciousness at its core is the evolution of love, because the interior of consciousness is love, right? If you want to think about it in terms of insides and outsides, right? The outside or the exterior is complexity, right? Evolution evolves to more and more complexity. The inside of complexity is consciousness. The more complexity there is, the more consciousness. A dog is more complex than an amoeba. A dog is more conscious than an amoeba. And the inside of consciousness is love. A dog is more capacity to love than an amoeba. So the inside of complexity is consciousness, and the inside of consciousness is love. So the depth understanding of reality is that love is the inside of the inside. That's what we mean when we talk about, in our organization, our movement, our community, our study circles, we talk about being on the inside of the inside. We mean by that, we're in the inside of reality, right, where the universe is actually feeling itself. And the universe feels love, right? Love is the inside of the inside, right? Love is the interior face of cosmos. So that's the framework, right, for all of these, 5-6 minute kind of dharma downloads, right? Conversations at the edge on wake up, grow up, and show up, right? Wake up, grow up, and show up. Now, I want to talk today just for 2 minutes. We spend the first 3 minutes just kind of setting the frame. So just for 2 minutes, I want to raise a question, and we'll go on with it next week. And the question is, who are you? That's the great question, right? The great question that reality asks every person, without which we can't engage, because our answer to that question changes everything. It's the change that literally changes everything. Right? The great question is, who are you? And what we've worked at for the last 30 years is to really understand in the most simple, elegant, beautiful way, right, the best answer, right, to that question of who are you And that best answer has to take into account all wisdom from the pre-modern traditional period, all wisdom from the modern period, and all wisdom from the postmodern period. When we integrate those three wisdoms, we get to a new vision. And that new vision is the most elegant, compelling, potent, powerful answer, right, to the greatest question that a human being has ever asked, which is the question of, who are you? So here we go. Who are you? You are an irreducibly unique expression of the love intelligence and love beauty that is the initiating and animating eros and energy of all that is, that lives in you, as you, and through you, that never was, is, or will be ever again, other than through you. So you are original at your core. You have an irreducibly unique perspective, and your unique perspective manifests, engenders your unique insight, and your unique insight creates in its wake your unique capacity to give your unique gift, which allows you to address your unique need in your unique circle of intimacy and influence that can be addressed by you and you alone. Now remember, you're an irreducibly unique expression of the initiating and animating love intelligence. That means that you stand on the edge of darkness and you say, let there be light. You stand against unlove, and your particular gift, your particular insight, your particular capacity, your particular, let me add something here, friends, your particular quality of intimacy, and all of that together constitutes your unique self. Your unique self is that irreducibly unique expression of love intelligence and love beauty. That is the initiating and animating eros of all that is, that lives in you, as you, and through, that never was, is, or will be ever again, and manifests your unique perspective, which creates in its wake your unique insight, right? Which creates your unique gift, which allows you to address the unique need in your unique circle of intimacy and influence that can be addressed by no one that ever was, is, or will be other than you. And if you're asleep, if you don't wake up, if you don't wake up to your true nature, if you don't grow up into your unique self, if you don't show up as your unique self, then there's a corner of the world that's dark, right? That's unlove, because you didn't wake up, you didn't grow up, you didn't show up. You are needed by all that is. That's the beginning. That's the beginning. And that's what we call, right, the answer to the great question of identity. And next week, we'll pick up. We'll go over the question and the answer again, then we'll begin to unpack every word, right, in this formulation, in this sutra of Eros, right, this sutra of love, right, this sutra of identity. And by sutra, borrowing a word from the East, a sutra means a verse, right? It means a very simple, elegant statement which goes to the heart of reality. Not a first simplicity, but a second simplicity, the highest simplicity. At the answer to the question of who are you? You are a unique self.